Hello everyone, my name is Ella Sylvie. I'm from Group 1. Okay, today we are discuss about diversity, attitude and job satisfaction. Let me introduce my group members. Akbar Putra, Ella Sylvie, Bao Sheng, Naila Zanuba, Raditya Rod. Okay. What is diversity? Two major forms of workplace diversity. First of all, demographic diversity is refers to the difference among employees based on observable characteristics such as age, gender, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, disability, and cultural background. Second is cognitive diversity is referred to the differences in thought process, problem solving approaches and perspectives among employees. So this includes variation in skills, experience, ways of thinking. Next is how does workplace discrimination undermine organizational effectiveness? First is reduce employee performance. Second, decrease job satisfaction, higher turnover rates, negative workplace culture, impact innovation and creativity, legal and financial consequence. Next is the key biographical characteristics relevant to organizational behavior. First is age. Age is like aging workforce turnover and job performance like job satisfaction. Second is sex. Sex is like performance equality, impact on organizations. And then race and ethnicity. It's like discriminations issue, positive diversity climate. And then these abilities is like legal protections, performance expectation. And then last, hidden disabilities is like disclosure challenges, impact of disclosure.
Hello everyone, my name is Roy Sona and I will explain this slide. Differentiating characteristic factor into organizational behavior. Traits that make people unique like gender, age, culture, and ethnicity. These characteristics influence how people behave at work, how they communicate, solve problems, and interact with others. For example, someone from a collectivist culture may prioritize teamwork more than someone from an individualistic culture which more prefer independent work. Next is relevance of intellectual and physical abilities to organizational behavior. So the first one is intellectual. Intellectual. So this is referred to things like problem solving, critical thinking, and acquiring new skills. Trait important for jobs that requires thinking and creativity. And the second one is physical, which is more relevant for jobs that demand strength, coordination, or stamina, like construction or assembly line work. This ability helps organizations match the right people to the right roles, improving overall performance and job satisfaction.
Hello everyone, my name is Nela Zoneba Musikaningrum with NRP 042. So I will explain to you what are attitudes. So attitudes are the evaluative statements or judgments concerning objects, people, or events. And there are three components that researchers assume attitudes have. So the first one is cognitive component, which is the opinion or belief segment of an attitude. And then the affective component, which is the emotional or feeling segment of an attitude. And the final one is the behavioral components, which is the attentions to behave in a certain way towards someone or something. Next, I will explain to you about the example case of the components of an attitude that I already told you in the previous slide. So, in this example, an employee didn't get a promotion he thought he deserved. So, as you guys can see from the picture, there are three components that are related to this case. So, the employee thought he deserved the promotions called cognitions, and he strongly dislikes his supervisor, is called the affect, and he has complained and taken action called the behavior. Although we often think cognition causes effect, which then causes behavior, in reality, these components are difficult to separate. So, cognition's effect and behavior are closely related. So, in organizations, attitudes are important for the behavioral components. If workers believe, for example, that managers, auditors, or engineers are in a conspiracy to make employees work harder for less money, we should try to understand how this attitude form, how it impacts job behavior, and how it might be changed. Okay, so now we jump into the attitudes and behavior relationship. So, in the early research on attitudes, assume that they casually determine behavior, meaning the attitudes people hold were thought to dictate their actions. However, Leon Festinger argued that attitudes often follow behavior rather than precede it. This idea is supported by research showing that attitudes can predict future behavior, but they may change after the behavior has occurred. For example, someone might initially praise their old apartment but become critical after moving to a new one, so demonstrating cognitive dissonance. So I will explain to you cognitive dissonance in the next slide. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance occurs when individuals experience discomfort due to inconsistencies between their attitudes and actions. People seek consistency and attempt to reduce this discomfort by altering their attitudes or behaviors or by rationalizing the discrepancy. For instance, employees who face emotionally challenging work events often see improvements in their attitudes after discussing their experiences with colleagues, and this highlighting how social sharing can help align attitudes with behaviors. So, what are the factors influencing dissonance reductions? The first one is the importance of the dissonance element, how significant the conflicting attitudes or the behavior itself. And the second one is the perceived control over the dissonance, whether the individuals believe they can influence the elements causing the dissonance. And the final one is about the rewards associated with dissonance. Higher rewards can make dissonance less distressing, as in cases where significant benefits accompany to the dissonance. And the last one, I will tell you the moderators of the attitude behavior relationships. The strength of the attitude behavior relationship is influenced by several reasons. The first one is the importance of the attitude, reflects fundamental values, self interest, or group identifications, and corresponds to behavior. Attitudes that align closely with behavior show a stronger relationship, and accessibility of attitudes. Attitudes that are frequently expressed and easily recalled are better predictors of behaviors and social pressures. Strong social pressures can create discrepancies between attitudes and behavior. And the final one is direct experience. Attitudes tied to personal experience have a stronger relationship with behavior.
What is job satisfaction? Job satisfaction is defined as a positive feeling about a job
One,
resulting from an
two,
evaluation
three.
of its characteristic.
What is job
It
satisfaction?
encompasses
Job
various aspects of
satisfaction
the
is
job,
defined as a positive
including
feeling
interaction with
about a job
coworkers and
resulting from an
supervisor,
evaluation of its
organizational
characteristic.
rules, power
It
structures,
encompasses
performance
various
standards,
aspects of the job,
working condition,
including
adapting
interaction
to
with
new
coworkers
technology.
and supervisor.
An employee
Organizational
satisfaction is a
rules, power
complex summation
structures,
of performance
these
standards, working
different
condition,
elements.
adapting to new technology.
An employee
There are four
satisfaction
main
is a
causes
complex
of job
summation of
satisfaction.
these
First is job
different
condition.
elements.
Jobs that offer variety, independence,
There are four
control,
main
and
causes of
opportunities for
job
social
satisfaction.
interaction
First,
contribute
it
to
is
higher
job
satisfaction.
condition.
Jobs that
Managerial
offer
support
variety,
and
independence,
empowerment also
control, and
play a critical
opportunities for
role.
social
The
interaction
second one is
contribute to higher
personality.
satisfaction.
Employees with
Managerial
positive
support,
scores and
self-evaluation, or
empowerment also play a
CSE,
critical
tend
role.
to be more
The second one
satisfied
is
with their jobs as
personality.
they have higher confidence
Employees
in
with
their
positive score
competence and worth.
self-evaluation or
Then there
CSE
is pay.
tend to be more
While pay is
satisfied with their
important,
jobs as
its
they have
influence
higher
on job
confidence in their
satisfaction diminishes
competence
after
and worth.
reaching a level of
Then there
comfortable
is
living.
pay.
While
Then the
pay
last
is
one is
important, its
corporate social
influence on job
responsibility or
satisfaction
CSR.
diminishes after reaching a level
Organization that
of
align with
comfortable
employees'
living.
values through
Then the last
CSR
one is
initiative
corporate
can
social
enhance job
responsibility or
satisfaction, especially
CSR.
when these efforts are
Organization that
genuine
align with
and
employees'
meaningful.
values through CSR
Hello, my name
initiative
is
can
Bao,
enhance
and
job
I'm going to tell you
satisfaction,
guys more
especially
about how
When these efforts
organizations
are
manage
genuine and
diversity.
meaningful.
To effectively manage
One,
diversity,
two, three.
companies implement different strategies that promotes inclusion and employee engagement. So, The first one is the diversity training programs. Many companies offer diversity training to make employees more aware of their thoughts and how to manage them. Effective programs are focused on the fair treatment of all employees, regardless of their background and the differences between employees. The second one is recruitment and selection processes. Companies actively recruit individuals from groups which forms the minority within the company. By creating programs or training opportunities, they hope to attract more people from those minority groups, and of course, they hope to attract more talent as well. As third, we have the diversity in groups. Diverse teams can bring both challenges, but can also be rewarded. While diversity in, for example, race and gender may not always guarantee improved performances, diverse management teams can enhance organizational performances. The last one is the comprehensive diversity programs. Successfully diverse, Successful diversity initiatives have three main elements: legal education on equal employment opportunities, understanding the benefits of diversity in serving diverse markets, and promoting the personal development of all employees. In this slide, I will tell you more about major job attitudes. So, there are currently five major job attitudes. The first one is the job satisfaction. This is the most well known job attitude and refers to a positive feeling about someone's job. Employees with a high job satisfaction generally have a positive feeling towards their job, while dissatisfaction leads to a negative attitude. The second one is job involvement. This reflects to which employees identify themselves with their jobs. They also feel their performances as important to their self-worth. Employees who are highly involved can care deeply about their work, but it's the other way around as well. Employees who are not highly involved don't really care about their job or work. The organizational commitment describes an employee's loyalty and attachment to their company. Employees with a strong commitment are more likely to stay with the companies and work towards its goals, mission, and vision, even though if they are not fully satisfied with their jobs. Perceived organizational support reflects on how much employees believe the organization's values, their contribution to the organization, and how much the company cares about their well-being. A high perceived organizational support can lead to a stronger commitment and a better overall performance. As last, we have the employee engagement. Engagement is the degree to which employees are engaged with the company they work for. Engaged employees are more likely to contribute positively to the organization.
So the next part I will explaining about outcomes of job satisfaction. So the first one is organizational citizenship behavior, or you can call it OCB. OCB includes people talking positively about their organizations, helping others, and going beyond the normal expectation of their jobs. Evidence suggests job satisfaction is moderately correlated with OCB. People who are more satisfied with their job are more likely to engage in citizenship behavior. Second one is customer satisfaction. Because service organization managers should be concerned with pleasing customer, it's reasonable to ask whether employee satisfaction is related to positive customer outcomes. And the last one is life satisfaction, which is refers to an individual's overall assessment of their quality of life according to their own chosen standard. It is subjective evaluation of one life as a whole, reflecting a sense of well-being and contentment across various aspects, such as relationship, work, health, and also personal goals. And the next part is employer response to job dissatisfaction. The first one is exit. The exit response directs behavior towards
leaving the organization, including looking for a new position in another company or something, or resigning. And the second one is voice. The voice response includes actively and constructively attempting to improve condition, including suggesting improvement, discussing problems with superiors, and undertaking union activity. And the third one is loyalty. The loyalty response means passively but optimistically waiting for conditions to improve, including speaking up for the organization in the face of external criticism and trusting the organization and its management to do the right thing. And the last one is neglect. The neglect response passively allows condition to worsen and includes chronic absenteeism or lateness, reduce effort and also increase error rate. Okay, thank you. That's for my part.